What's up, my peoples? I say we just get started and give them time to pull up. Until then, what's up? What's up with y'all? It's saying zero. Nobody's in the chat right now. Is anybody in the chat? I wonder why it says zero. That's weird. Maybe nobody. Maybe there's zero people in the chat. Did you think that was a possibility, Manny? Let me take my headphones. I don't know why I got my headphones on. I ain't listening to no music. What's up with y'all though, man? How's everybody feeling today? James Widow. What up, Widow? How you doing? How you doing? Oh, okay. I think they're back. I think they're ready. Hold on. Give me a second. What's going on?
You got us now?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that, man. Sorry about that.
We can hear you just fine now.
All right. Good deal.
Let me take these headphones off so that I can hear you through the computer. All right. Mic check. You guys hear? Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to ask a question.
Wait. Well, let his fans come in before you start asking questions.
Okay.
Yeah, let them come in. Oh, what up, Hobbers?
He's a lot bigger than we are. We're just a little bitty podcast. He just reached 25,000. We're about to reach 7,000. We got 1,000 subscribers in the past week and a half. So we're still growing.
1,000 subscribers in a week and a half is quite a bit of subscribers.
Yeah, it's not bad. But considering that we've done this for 3 years and it's had a couple of different iterations. So my mom just recently joined the podcast. I don't know, back in December. So it wasn't originally Dave's World. It was a different podcast with my ex-wife, Ashley, that we get along. She and I get along with together really well. And we did a Dave Just Divorce podcast is what we did. And it, any podcast takes a long time to grow followers. Except
we're
you,
gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. Don't tell me the whole story yet. We're gonna get into that.
Okay, all right. We won't.
I got questions. First, I want to do a mic check. I want to make sure. Okay, good. First, I want to make sure that people can hear us well. Our volumes are set up at a good amount. Guys, let us know. Are we balanced? As far as their volume compared to my volume, are we balanced? The visuals look good to me. So just let us know. Talk to us. Are we balanced out pretty good?
There we go.
Let the people let us know. Hold on.
Oh, look, it's Beowulf. Sorry, just kidding. It's Bad Wolf. I always mispronounce his name. He's like, it's Bad Wolf. I'm like, well, in college, I did one of my term papers I did on Beowulf. So when I see that, I just see Beowulf. But
seems close. Maybe them up. Okay, so maybe you guys could be up a little bit. All right, let me see if I can do that.
All right.
No, I think I can control it. Edit mic settings.
Let's check our settings on our audio real quick.
Oh shit! Every time you do shit like that, all screwed up.
And then he just ruins everything.
Everything gets all screwed up.
That's what I'm talking about, Manny. She's just gonna be like, "Hey, stop messing with stuff. You're gonna mess it up." She's gonna say, God, I apologize for whatever wild stuff she says because she's gonna say some wild shit.
God loves me just the way I
am. Oh my God.
Oh, that's too funny. All right, so let's get started, man. The sound sounds good, they say. I turned you guys up a little bit more, but hey, look, that's pretty good right now. But
good deal.
Yeah, first thing I would say is welcome to the channel. Appreciate you guys coming on today. It's been a long time coming. We were trying to prepare this for quite a bit of time. I've been kind of backed up with interviews. Not only that, I took like 2 weeks off of YouTube, so I wasn't feeling well at all. I had to sit out for a little while. I was kind of burning out. I was doing a lot at one time, and it wasn't healthy for me. We'll put it that way. And wifey had me on the back burner. She was like, "All right, listen, you're gonna get off this for a little bit. They'll understand. They'll be there. They'll watch other creators for a little bit. They'll do just fine." I'm like, "Yeah, you're right." But I was working. I still work. I work like 70, 80 hours a week. So I still have a full-time job. Yeah. So I'm still putting in a lot of hours of work. I only do this on the weekends, and throughout the week I do editing. So like I'm all 7 days. I don't have no days off. I don't just take a day off. You know what I'm saying? So when I take a day off, it's for special occasions. Either like, you know, I was shutting the day down on Sunday after church. We're just gonna hang out, do family things. But even at the end of the night, when everybody gets tired, I'll just stay up and just edit and do stuff. So I was burning out for a while. So I'm back to just trying to, like, you know, I'm trying to balance things out. You know, I don't want to get sick again and that happen again. That's why I got sick. I wasn't taking care of myself, you know, eating like, you know, not sitting myself down and just eating with the family, like eating while I'm going live. Like I was live for like 7 hours. I'm just like, yo, I gotta cut this off. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm peeling back a little bit, slowing up. It's just I have a lot to serve. I have the live chat. I have YouTube videos that I have to put out. You know, it's for me to earn, and then I have a Patreon where I serve them as well, and they're like priority over everything. So I got to put videos out on Patreon because those are members paying monthly to be a part of the community. So you got to feed them as well. So sometimes it become a lot. I haven't figured it out yet, to be honest with you. I haven't figured out the balance just yet. But
I don't think anybody's ever figured out the balance of how this.
Too. I don't think they have. I believe I'm with you on that because I try to figure it out. I'm just like, wait, but all this stuff is unpredictable. Videos drop out of nowhere. But what I'm gonna say is this. This is what I do, right? Maybe it could help you. Maybe it won't. I'm not sure. Everything's different, tailored to different channels. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can really give you direct advice on how to grow your channel. No. I don't believe it. But they can give you tips and tricks to, you know, maybe improve. But for me, I would say when things drop, I don't just jump on it. You know, like, oh, Tom McDonald dropped a video, I got to hurry up and react to it. That kind of like messes with your mind right there. It makes you feel like you got to drop what you're doing. And now you forget about your schedule. Your schedule's over. You got to go react to the song. So I react to it. I'll get to it when I get to it. And that's just kind of like my attitude. And channels, I mean, viewers love to just for you to, like, a new video come out, did go where they react. They want to see if you reacted, but I think they've gotten used to me like not reacting immediately. I do it like a few days or maybe a week after. Yeah,
we're the same way. Hey, we, you know, if something drops, you know, when Ren dropped his Illest of the Moment, we just let everybody do their thing. And when they got that out of their system, Illest of Our Time. Which my mom
hated. Around for that. I wasn't around for that.
Oh, okay. Well, my mom hated it.
I did it. The mom hated it.
Oh, she crapped all over it. It was hilarious. And we got the best reactions from people. But it's the same thing.
Honesty it's on the forefront. It has to be on the forefront.
Yeah, and that's what she is. She's gonna tell the truth. Or what she perceives as how she feels when she sees something. So
subjective,
you know, everything's is, you know, it's subjective. So Manny, we're gonna be looking back a little bit. So we don't normally do this, but we have this back window open. So if you see something fly out of the tree, you please let us know, because my cat has been stuck up in the tree for 5 days, and we've got the fire department over here. We've had
no way, for real?
5 days. I've been doing little YouTube shorts about it, and it's been storming. She won't come down. She just keeps going high. The fire department scared her higher up in the tree.
Is it snowing over there?
No, it's rain. It's raining, thunderstorming.
Oh, okay. It's pouring over here too.
Okay, so when we did a reset on this link you sent us, the house shook, and my mom was saying the wildest stuff. And I thought, oh my God, I wish Manny was here to see this. But no, exactly what you say. We don't jump on every video that comes out. We didn't Illest of the Moment. We waited for, you know, when we felt like it. And when we started this podcast, and I started this without my mom about 3 years ago, it's 3 years and some change. It was going to be about, first of all, we want to have fun doing it. We want to do things that we want to do.
Rule number one.
Yeah, exactly. And then we said, we don't want it to be a burden or a labor on us. So if people want more, then let them wait for it. And obviously you have more subscribers than we do, and that's fantastic. We love what you do. And I think that everybody, you can't do this by yourself. You have to have people support you, not only your subscribers, but people in the community, the reaction community, whatever they are, like you and Uncle Ray and a bunch of other people. Lisa Lisa in Life. You talk to her quite a bit. I think everybody has to lift each other up, sort of like Joe Rogan does with his comedians. You got to support each other, or otherwise it's going to take a long time for anybody to really succeed. And I think you've done that very well, is to reach out not only to your fans, but other people in the podcasting reaction community. And that's, I mean, what you've done, and I you've seen me jump in on your podcast every now and then. Just
I appreciate that. I love that. I love when I see creators in the chat.
Well, if you weren't true to who you were, and I saw something that I thought, well, I don't think Manny's being sincere, I would move somewhere else. But you are.
Thank you.
I love what you do, man. Because when you come here, I know watching your podcast that you not only you work hard during the day with your normal job, but you crush it with your podcast and what you put into it and the effort. And I've seen you.
Thank you,
so
man.
Dog tired on the podcast. Just keep going.
They start calling me out.
This guy is a machine. He's a machine, and I feel like, well, maybe we should be doing more. And that's when I tell myself, hey, if I do this, I'm going to get burnt out, or she's going to get burnt out, or we're going to have problems. So that was the inception of the podcast, was just not to do this for money or fame or whatever.
Right.
It was do it because we had fun. And if all those things happen, that would be great. Because be honest, I mean,
a lot of people start. I think a lot of people start off like that, right? With that the initiation of perspective. Okay, I'm gonna do this because let me just try it. It's kind of just like you're just winging it, really. When I first started, I was really just winging it, and I didn't do well. So I've only been doing this consistently for 10 months now. So, but I started a year ago though.
We're only blessing you.
Well, you know what? I started last January, right? I did like 2 videos, and I hated it, right? And it didn't get no views, no nothing, no subs. It was like 40 subs or whatever. I was like, wow, 40 subs for a whole month. I suck. I guess I'm not good at this. I'm gonna leave this alone. And I showed my wife. I was like, what do you think about this? Like, watch these videos. Like, why do I suck so much? Like, what happened? Because I only started doing this because she was like, because I'm always explaining to her Eminem lyrics and stuff like that. And she's just like, and she can't stand it. So she's like, why don't you just start one of those YouTube channels that you be watching, right? And like explain it to them. Because she's like, you're so good at explaining lyrics, like you should explain it to other people who actually care. So I'm like, she's never said that, of course, but that's what she means. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it. So I tried it, and then I asked her, I was like, what was it? She was just like, I'm gonna be honest, like, this is the reason why it hasn't been working. She's like, you're not being yourself. Like, you're being too you're being too robotic. You're being too professional. This isn't a professional gig. This is a be yourself gig and give us your perspective and your own opinion. And whoever likes you is going to like you for that. That way, every day you do this, you're doing this with comfort. You're not doing this with any pressure. You just you're going from the kitchen to the office and you're still the same person. You know what I mean? Yeah. And if I wasn't the same person on this every day, believe me, my wife wouldn't look at me the same. She'd be like, you're going in here pretending to be somebody else. Like, we wouldn't laugh if I came in here faking the funk. So that's kind of why I have her involved, because she actually holds me accountable. Just her presence alone holds me accountable to remain grounded in who I am and not to get out of character or anything like that. Because we can get out of character easily. You know, we're humans.
Oh, absolutely.
But with her around, or with me knowing she's watching, it keeps me grounded. It keeps me grounded in a phase where it's like I'm always myself. You know what I'm saying? Confidently, I can tell you that, right? But
you got to be who you are, and writers will tell you, you write what you know, and you speak what you know. But we're seeing it. We're here. I'm hearing a lot of people in the chats going, "Let Mom speak." All right, Mom. So you're on.
We want to hear from Mama Pat. That's what they say.
I'm not hearing any of that. My hearing must be going wrong. No, I was just curious. How did you find Rim?
So one day I was my channel was kind of taking off a little bit on just like regular hip hop stuff, a lot of Eminem and stuff like that. So he's my favorite artist growing up. But what happened was I put a poll out there and I said, hey guys, mind you, most of these guys are stans, which are what Eminem fans are called. I say, hey, Stans, what do you think about Ren? A few people have been asking me to react to Ren. And so I put out a poll on YouTube, and it was like a 30 to 70 split, basically saying 70% said no, he's weird and he's whack, right? 30% was like, oh, 30% was like, he's cool, he's amazing. Some of them say he's okay, but he's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, all right. So I left it alone. And then he dropped a video explaining his situation with the Cujo beatdown situation, right? So he was so I watched that video, him explaining that. That video alone gave me interest. I was like, man, this is somebody paid me to watch that reaction. They just put in a donor. They was like, watch this.
Yeah.
It was one of them. So I watched it and I got very interested in the Cujo situation. And then he dropped Cujo, the beat, the actual song. And that was I feel like that was the beginning because I watched High Rent obviously first, and I was amazed by High Rent. I loved it, but I think the Cujo beatdown was the beginning of me like realizing because in High Rent I didn't consider him to be like so rap. Like even though he was rapping, there was no drums. It was just him and a guitar. I thought that was weird. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, it was very interesting, but it was like the first time I've seen anything like that. So it didn't just make me say I need to listen to this dude. It just made me say, wow, that was a nice piece. Cujo beatdown was more hip hop, and that's really where I come from, and that drew me in. You know what I'm saying? So he drew me in with the Cujo beat. I thought that was phenomenal, and after that, it was like I was off to the races. Cujo beatdown. I did the. I love the storytelling because I used to do a lot of stand up poetry back when I was in New York in Harlem. Where
like snap poetry like that.
I do it. I do it in my own. Yeah, like that. Like people were. Yeah, it was that. That's what it was. And I pretty much. The story of what was it? Screech, Violet, and Jenny Screech and Violet. Yeah. So all three of them, right? That to me was just straight up poetry. So I just thought that was cool, and that's kind of what drew me in. Again, that was like the thing that gave me down the rabbit hole. So I put out the poll. The poll said no. I heard a song and I said yes, and so I went and did it anyways, and I loved it because once I did it, it took off. Like it was just like non-stop. People were like, react to this, react to this. I was like, wow, there's a whole. I had no idea this community existed. You know, I didn't need
it. We got a suggestion from somebody in our comments, and it was like, hey, you need to watch Ren. What was it? It was High Ren, and I watched it on my own, and I was like, what the heck did I just see? And I had to do an aftermath video, and then that's when I brought my mom in. And I brought my mom in on the podcast, and then that's when it just started like people just started like subscribing and well, I mean we had subscribers, but it just started taking off a little bit more. Not quite as fast as you guys, but you know we don't post a lot. It's two times a week is what we do, and like you said, you got burnt out, and you can get burnt out quick. People don't seem to understand that when you do these podcasts, it not only takes your time, it takes your energy, it takes editing. You talked about editing. It takes a lot of editing, especially when you're not doing live podcasts. So it's not as easy as people think. So when they leave bad or horrible comments, I think it's funny personally. I don't know about I've watched Ray. Ray has gone off the. He was just like, this person said this and this, and I'm like, that is Ray. Don't let these people get to you, man. This is my time to where I'm like, oh, this is my creative writing time, where I can respond to people and I can, if you want to pick a fight, go ahead.
I go back and forth with them. I have fun.
I have time. This is fun. I don't care. I forget about it. And then, like
when I go to bed, I get on my phone and start responding to comments. Like,
I do. Yeah,
you got a smash on today. Who's talking crap out here?
And my mom
my wife's like, can you stop?
Really doesn't care
responding to those people. Can you stop responding?
No, they usually stop responding to me because I bury them in the ground.
Yeah.
But anyway. Mom, people really want to hear from you. You have another question for Manny.
I don't know.
Well, Mom and Pat, I got a question for you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
First of all, All right. So first of all, we addressing you as Mama Pat, or we addressing you as
Miss
the
Pat.
name Mrs. Pat? So your name's Dave Patterson?
No, I just go by Dave.
No, just call me whatever you want. Just call
She just goes by Pat or Miss Pat.
Okay.
or dumb or stupid or whatever.
Will not be addressing you in such matters.
Whatever makes you feel good.
She said, "I'm here to bring happiness and peace to the world, even at the
I
expense
know
of
you
much
are.
else."
And that is exactly what we love about you. So when I brought my mom on the podcast to do the higher end video, I realized my mom's always funny, but
I don't think I'm funny.
she's very funny. But I just realized, I talked her into it, and she thought, what are you doing? Are you trying to get me on this podcast? I'm like, I just want to share my mom with the world. She's my gift to the world because she's so funny. Mm-hmm. So all you have to do is just watch the first 10 seconds of any podcast we ever do. It's always something funny with my mom. You don't have to watch anything after that. It's fine. But it's just my gift to the world at how funny she is. And that's when it started, like, snowballing even further with, the past week and a half, another 1,000 subscribers and so on and so forth. But
so let me ask Mrs. Pat, how have you been enjoying this, YouTube world? First of all, do you read comments? That's my first question. And then also, how's it been? Like, does it do anything for you? Do you look forward to do it? Do you dread doing it? Does Dave drag you in front of the screen? Like, what's really happening? Like, are you handcuffed to that table right now? Should we call somebody? I just want to know for your own safety, because we'll take care of Dave. Don't worry, we can take care of him. We'll get him out of here. If need be, I will make that call direct to the Lord, and the Lord will deal with him. This is how it works.
No, we I don't know. You got me tongue tied now.
Well, do you read comments?
Do I read comments?
Do you read comments?
Some, a little. No,
really. I read them to you.
He reads them. He reads them to me. He's my secretary.
I knew that's what the relationship was. Dave, you better know your place, man. You better know.
I know.
No, we walk around, and he's the one that gets nervous. What are you getting nervous about?
She's been here a while. She's like, this is easy. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not easy. It's just, I don't know. He gets nervous over all this. Like when you're coming on live, he's pacing the floor, and I know.
Yeah, put him on blast. Let us know what was happening behind the scenes.
And I'm just sitting there sipping my tea, saying, "What the hell is wrong with that kid? Why don't he calm down? It's supposed to be like a hobby or something."
So he was feeling the pressure, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I was a little.
You know what that means? You know what that means? That just means he acts. That means he's at the point of this channel where he cares and he's taking it serious. So
yeah, I care.
I get the butterflies too. When I first was going live, I was nervous to go live.
Yeah.
I was not. And I'm really like a people's person. Like, I'm very like, I'm not shy at all. But when it came to this, I was like, I don't know why I got shy. I got kind of nervous. But I opened up real fast though.
I think if you don't have a little butterfly, if you're not scared, then there's a problem. I think you should be, because that means you care. You care because
Mrs. Pat doesn't care, is what you're saying.
She doesn't care at all.
I was just about to say, well, I don't care.
She was about to say, that's pretty accurate, because I don't give two squats.
Yeah, he's talking about somebody else.
She doesn't care.
It's just, I just sit and supposedly amuse.
So how long you been doing this with him? How long you been doing this with your son?
About 3-4 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, he he sort of talked me into it, and I was really mad when he did because I mean I was pissed. I was really.
You didn't ask for any of this.
I said, "What are you doing to me? What's wrong with you?" Anyway, that's and then I have a face where I don't smile. I have a stone face. That's my face. I've
seen
this
you
face.
smile plenty of times.
You have?
Smiling right now. You see?
Yeah, smiling right now.
I'm bringing smiles today. She said she don't smile. All right. Well, I'm on a mission.
Oh my God. Oh man, and she makes me laugh so hard. That's why I put her on the podcast, because I did it was kind of sneaky a little bit, but it was just sneaky. It was sneaky. But I
was making breakfast. And he was setting up this thing, and I thought he was just going to show me a video. He says, "Oh, come on, Mom, I want to show you this video." I says, "Okay," So I was sitting there eating my breakfast, and I says, "What are you doing? You are filming me. What is wrong with you?"
Oh no, he didn't do that.
Why did you do that? Why did you do that? What do you? I was pissed.
Wait, so he showed you a video that he already recorded of you?
No. I was doing a video, and I was like, "Hey, Mom," she was making breakfast.
Oh, got you.
You want to come in and watch this video?
Yeah.
And then she came in, and I'm like,
being recorded.
I'm recording this. I am recording this. She's like, "For what?" She didn't understand any of it. I said, "For the podcast." And then it just became like people just like, "Oh my God, your mom is so funny. Hey, Mom, can you want to do another podcast?" She's like, "Oh, I will if you want." And then it just snowballed. Now she's like, now my mom is like, "Hey, are we going to film a podcast today? Are we going to film?"
No, yeah.
She's like, yeah. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to y'all. It's fun. Well, the people love. Well, Mrs. Pat, the people love you, man. They've been hawking me on my channel about you. They don't even care about Dave. They're on my channel. I know. My channel, like, when is Mrs. Pat making an appearance? I'm like, who's Mrs. Pat? Like, I keep hearing about Mrs. Pat. Who is Mrs. Pat? This is before Dave ever been in my life. This is just people asking for you guys. And because I was talking about doing interviews with channels who are like, on their way up, trying to grow and stuff like that. And I was like, I want to do some video, because I remember when I was at 5,000, 6,000, whatever, and no channels acknowledged me. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm just keep having fun or whatever. So I don't want to be like that. You know what I'm saying? I want to reach back, and I'm not there yet. I'm not where those those 100, 200,000 subscribers, all those people are at. But while I'm on my way there.
You'll get there.
I believe we'll get there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's me and the community. It's not just me. So and they're putting in a lot of work spreading the word, and they're also putting in a lot of work showing me videos that help my channel grow. Because I can't find these videos on my own. It's impossible. It's impossible. So I'd be stunned just trying to grow this channel on my own. But because the community and my moderators who are a big help to my channel, my moderators are outside of moderation. They're outside on Instagram. They're on every platform trying to either promote my channel or help me be introduced to certain things that could grow my channel. So like you said earlier, Dave, I do not do this. We can't do this on your own. It's way too much work. As far as the production side, it's a lot. I got to do all that on my own, and that sucks. Yeah. But I'm thinking about getting an editor, so I can just pump out content and have somebody just editing everything. I just can't afford it right now.
But I can't either. But it's exactly like you said. I mean, you got to lift each other up. So you react to videos different than how we react to videos, different than how Uncle Ray reacts to videos. It doesn't mean that we're in competition with each other, because we're not. No, we just do things differently, and I think you build that community of podcasters of what we are. It only benefits everybody, and it's really a model that Ren does in the music industry, because we're in the Nashville area, and you see it's Music City, right? And these artists get ripped off. They get these horrible deals, and we're in a position to where we don't have to rely on outside sources. We are the source.
Right.
So you put yourself out there, people like you, they don't like you, you grow fast, you grow slow, it doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, we're not competing against each other. We're all helping each other is how I look at it. And not just each other in podcasts, but you help each other as neighbors, you help each other as friends, or in your church, your community, whatever it is. You have to have that mindset that you're there to help each other, and that's how I look at it. I mean, if tomorrow night I got 200,000 followers, I wouldn't say, "Oh, Manny's below us." No, we would never do that.
Right.
You would, like you said, when you had 7,000 followers, people above you didn't want to help you. If they didn't want to help you, it's because they saw you as a threat, as a competition, and that's a good thing for you.
I just had this conversation with a bigger channel. He's big too. He's like 250,000. His name's Flaw. I don't know if you know Flaw. Do you know Flaw TV?
No.
Okay, so he's a reactor. He's big in the space. He has a lot of respect from like the rappers that all of us react to. He like he communicates with them because he's a big channel and he reacts to the music, and that's good for them. That's good publishing for them. So
yeah,
right. He was on. I did one of his songs. He's also a rapper. He's also a really dope rapper. I reacted to one of his songs on a live, and we got into a conversation behind the scenes, and I was telling him about a situation where this one channel so and so was just pretty much trying to throw dirt on my name, like for whatever reason, right? And he straight up told me, he was exactly what you just said. He was like, that dude. He was like, that dude. Either the reason why he acted that way is because he literally sees you as a threat. And
you're a threat
at the community space. But little does that guy know that nobody's in competition with each other. There's enough for everybody to go around. And that type of attitude is not going to get you far. If you keep thinking like that, you're stunning yourself already. Like you're not, forget about your channel growing. You're not growing as a person if you're still in that mindset, and you need self-work. Because if you're going to go out your way to try to tarnish my name in some type of form or fashion, which you can't do because you're just not going to do it. It's not, the work isn't there. The evidence isn't there for you to hold against me from anybody. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And you have the followers backing up. The people who love you, and nobody's going to deter you from that. It's not like the media who can slant things at a certain angle to make you like or dislike somebody else. People like you for who you are, and they're not going to be dissuaded because of that. So if somebody like that has done something, that just tells me you're a threat.
Well, they did block me from a certain situation successfully.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
But that's it. I just look at it. That situation wasn't for me then.
Yeah. All that does is going to boost you up. Anybody who tries to keep you down or tries to, it's just, that's a threat. It's no different than a bad comment. It's like, I don't care. I don't care what they say.
I got a question. When is Mrs. Pat, Joanne Tasker and Ashley are both asking, when is Mrs. Pat starting her cooking channel?
Oh God, Mom, I have to go to the bathroom. Can you please tell?
Why do you always have to go to the bathroom?
Because I have to go to the restroom. The rain out here is making me want to go to the bathroom. It's raining.
He can't hold it. What do you?
I don't know how you do this for 5-6 hours, man. I really don't.
No, I get up and use the bathroom all the time. They just have to sit. I eat on live. I disappear.
Answer me. You're in good hands. You're in good hands with this man.
I'm not a good cook. I did make what is it? Cabbage soup this morning.
Cabbage soup. We got rid of Dave. Yeah.
Because I'm trying to lose some weight because the prednisone that I have to take every now and then. It makes me so hungry.
Make you hungry. You can't stop eating.
I can't stop eating, so I've gained so much weight. So I said, I got to do something about this. And I got up this morning and I started making me cabbage soup. And I've already had 3 bowls. I'm still hungry.
Had 3 bowls of it?
Yeah, and I'm still hungry.
Do you eat any bread with it?
No, that's carbs. I didn't want to eat bread with it. I'm trying to get my stomach is upset. It's been upset for some reason. Probably allergies. I don't know.
You're trying to get summer ready.
Get what?
I say you're trying to get summer ready. You're trying to get ready for the summer, the season, because we gotta go to the
No.
beach, we gotta party, we still gotta do our thing.
Are you kidding me? At 78 years old,
You gotta get out there. You gotta get out there.
Yeah, I
You
beg
gotta
him
get
to
that
take me.
vitamin D. You got out there, embrace that sun.
I beg him to take me to Walmart once a month, and I say, "Oh, what a beautiful day! Look how beautiful the day is," and he's pouting because he's, you know, oh, I should be home doing this. I should be home doing. I said, it's only 1 hour. 1 hour. I says, I'll
Suck it up.
You know.
You know, he sounds like a big baby.
He is. He's spoiled, and he is spoiled.
Spoiled. That's what it is.
I spoiled him, and I need to work on unspoiling him.
Some tough love. Applying some tough love.
Yeah. What he say one day? He says, "My mom could make shit taste like filet mignon," and I said, "That is terrible. Anything I make is gonna taste good, and I'm not that good a cook. I mean, what can you do with a hamburger and a hot dog?"
Dave, are you a cook? Who's cooking in this house? Who's in this house? First of all, who's in this house?
All right, this is my house. My mom sold her house, and she's moved in with me. She's obviously you see she's on oxygen.
COPD because that was stupid smoke. That's the stupidest thing I've ever did in my life was smoke cigarettes, and that's why I got COPD.
My mother as well. She has asthma, so at night, you know, she gets her oxygen, and she at first when she was younger, she would just only need, like, you know, her little pumps or whatever, but now she needs she has the tubes and all of that, and she goes to sleep like that just to catch her breath, and then right before she falls asleep, she's able to take it off, and you know, so she struggles with that as well. My mom averages like asthma attack at least once or twice a year in the winter. So she's moving back to DR, Dominican Republic. So she breathes a lot better out there.
Yeah, drier air. Is that
what yeah. She'll be better off over there.
Look at Ashley over here. Manny asked Mom and Dave where Dave would get the flowers for his dates.
For his dates.
He came.
God.
He came home one day.
All right, hold on. Make sure Manny understands the question. Well, I know you understand, but make sure you heard what the question was.
He was gonna have. He was having a date. Wait. Shut up. He was having a date. He was having the dates. And he comes. He walks in the house with some flowers. And I says, "Where'd you get those flowers?" Cemetery. I says, "What the hell, David? What is wrong with you? You don't do
no way.
You don't do stuff like that." Well, they didn't need them, you know. And I
oh wait, was he serious?
I was yes, and I was embarrassed.
I was in high school.
He was in high school, and then he also used to go to the neighbors and clip flowers from their beautiful garden. And,
did you give him any money to get it?
I would have given him $5. I
didn't have any money.
I would have given him money.
You would have given him $5. Yeah.
I didn't like. It wasn't fresh.
Rebel.
It's not like I took the whole flower. It's just like a couple from each. Oh, it was, okay. I was in high school.
Don't try to justify it. Don't try to justify it. Sounds bad. Don't try to justify stealing from dead people.
I know it was terrible.
It was
young 16-year-old idiot.
He should have had a job. He could have bought his own flowers. 16.
Yeah.
Well, I did. I had a job.
He had a job. He's just cheap.
Not true.
Dave the Thief. We're coming up with nicknames. Dave the Thief.
Dave the Thief. Oh my God! Thank you, Joanne. Thank you for that. Oh, Ashley, Yeah, or Ashley heard that story on another podcast that we did on. I don't know, it might have been a Ren podcast, but you had this other question for Manny, and I really want you to ask him this because
How did Ren influence you to start rapping again?
That's
or was it Ren or something else?
It was Ren. It was absolutely Ren. So how I started rapping was because of this man right here. But speaking of Ren, hold on. Let me bring my little Ren friends out here to play. Make sure.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Make sure they're in the party.
You got lucky. Did you get? Oh, that is awesome. Did you?
You got to be on the Patreon to get those.
You had to be on the. Yeah. I saw that on the Patreon. Yeah. That is so.
I got my Sick Boy sweater on right now.
Oh. Speaking of that, before you answer that question, your merch store. I noticed you didn't have a merch store. Why not?
So I was waiting. It's about to launch finally, but I was waiting for my LLC to get approved because what happened is I had an older LLC and I wasn't getting an EIN number. I was dealing with the IRS for a few months on getting it, and they pretty much said you have a business already. You need to cancel out that old EIN number and open up another one. Anyways, mumbo jumbo, behind the scenes stuff. So I got a whole bunch of merch designs that I've created already. And yeah, so it's cool that you asked that because I am going to be putting out. I'm going to be opening up a merch store soon. This month, this April. Yeah, before May starts, I'm going to open up a
good, because I like to get something from your merch.
Oh no, it's really cool stuff too. It's not like the typical stuff people put out on YouTube. Like, no, it's like I took a lot of time designing these things. They're very specific, and I'm really proud of the designs. So you'll see them soon. You'll absolutely see them soon.
Good,
but to answer your question, Mrs. Pat, I'll say yes. First of all, it was Ren. First of all, it was the Trouble song. That's where it started. His song Troubles. I did a retake over that, but what happened was, so I started rapping because of Eminem. I was rapping for a while, and then I pretty much moved away from rapping because even though I wasn't rapping about negative BS, I also was not. I didn't feel like I was doing enough to enhance the humans on this earth. Like I wasn't providing anything that was going to help anybody. I was just telling my own story, and that was it. And it was a very selfish way for me to put out material. So I moved away from it. I was struggling with my faith at that time as well. That was like 6 years ago. And I just said, you know what? I think God's asking me to put this away. Leave this alone and focus on something else, focus on family, focus on your career. You know what I'm saying? I have a pretty cool career. I don't speak about it publicly, but I do pretty cool things. So I focused on that, put music away for 5-6 years. I stopped listening to hip hop as well because I felt like it wasn't really feeding my nature. It wasn't really feeding who I wanted to be. It wasn't inspiring me in ways either. So I was like, these guys aren't models you could take after. So I was like, I'm done listening to this stuff, and gave my life to Christ. And then once I did that, once I was baptized and I was saved, something happened to me, right? I was just like, I started feeling like, I don't know, there's something God gifted me with this talent that I believe was a cool talent, right? And I was like, I can't even put it to use. I didn't understand that. That started to kind of confuse me. And then it was something that I wrestled with for a while, but I never had the nerve. I never had the courage to actually sit down and write something new or try to go to the studio. I gave that up. I was too busy working and stuff. So I heard Troubles. When I heard Troubles, that's still Ren's most specific song he's ever made, where he really explained his struggle and stuff like that. And it really painted a picture, and I related to it in a different way. You know what I'm saying? And that was the day, though. It was that song that I was like, man, first of all, I love the beat he made on there. I love the little sample he did with his own voice. And it reminded me of that song, I need dollars is all I need. It reminded me of that right there. And I always loved that cool sample. But anyways, I took that beat, I found the instrumental, somebody made it online, and I just started writing to it. And then when I started writing, I realized God didn't take it away from me. He told me to sit it down until I was ready to come back and actually do something with the talent that he gave me, right? And I realized if I wasn't glorifying God, I'm not doing this anymore. So it's not that I had to stop doing it. It's just that I had to do it and do it right. And all these chains of events happening the way they were supposed to happen. Because when I gave my life to Christ, I realized, like, wait, what if I glorify God? What if I glorify everything He's done for me? What if I try to bring more people to Christ? What if I use my, you know what I'm saying? So if I do that, can I rap? Right? Because I really love hip hop. I really love rap. Like, it's like my favorite thing. So, but I gave it up. My favorite thing that I loved, I gave it up for Him. You know what I mean? And once He saw that, I feel like that's when He put it in me to, like, hey, it's time. You can come back now, right? But you have to do it right. You have to glorify His name, and that's what I do now. So most of my music is like gospel rap, you know.
Oh yeah.
And I'm currently working on the album. I'm currently working on the album right now, and it is very personal. I can't believe I'm actually going to put this stuff out, but
no, you should.
I just can't stop writing.
Yeah, I mean, you
I want
write.
to hear it.
Go ahead.
I want to hear it.
Yeah.
You want to hear it? Yeah, I'm working on it. It's going to be released officially in August. So I'm just working on it. I want to do videos and stuff like that. But songs will be coming out like before then. Like I'm hoping I can drop the first song by at least May, at the end of May, and then just keep going for like 2 more months.
You write what you know from your own experiences. I mean, you can deviate and be creative off those processes, but you know, at the end of the day, you do have to write from your own experiences. I think that's what why your podcast is just blown up so much in such a short period of time, because you're honest and you react to not only what you're watching, but to your own experiences, and that's what people connect to. And that's, you know, Ren also does the same thing. So, you know, when we listened to Savior, that was the first reaction we did to your podcast. My mom was just, you can go back and look at it, but
yeah, I've watched it. I really appreciate it.
It's like, you know, just keep doing what you're doing. You have a talent that most people do not have. And I can't sing, I can't rap, I can't do handstands. There's so many things I cannot do. So I have to focus on the things that I can do. And some people are just more talented than others. And, you know, like my mom said, you know, even after that podcast that we did, she talked about how blessed you were to have this, not only be able to rap and sing, but just your writing talents, to be able to take something, you know, from Ren's, you know, music, and then create your own. But just, you know, your overall ability to creative think, if you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just I wish, you know, I did a video on Kendrick Lamar, and I crapped on him only because people said it was a very favorable video, but you know, you're always going to have somebody who says something negative, and then when somebody says something negative, that just makes me just want to, you know, all right, I'm just going to keep going further with this. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just drag you along. I'll troll you or whatever. But sorry, we're
I know.
the cat. Yeah, the cat. Yeah.
What song was it? Do you remember?
It was a diss track on Drake, and I remember just thinking, oh my gosh, I should have done so much better in music class. And I did this whole thing, and I had all these people just come and like, oh yeah, Kendrick Lamar. And then I did a video where he won a Grammy. I didn't realize how small he was. It just shocked me. I'm like, this is a huge stage. Like, oh wow, he's really small. And then people just started throwing punches. Okay, all right, you want to do this? Okay. So
I actually protect your favorite artist, man.
Oh, dude. So, all right, you're going to throw punches. That's fine. So, Manny, this actually really happened. So, since we're in the Nashville area, Music City, I just did a goof video just off the fly, that because of what I said about Kendrick Lamar being so short, that Kendrick Lamar actually was coming to my house, and here he is, Kendrick Lamar, and people believed it. They believed Kendrick Lamar actually came to my house. And I put my hands out to boost him up because we have bar stool tables. I had a whole thing where I had to boost him up and all this stuff. And people were so mad that he wasn't on my video. Why would you think Kendrick Lamar would be on a 6,000 subscriber podcast video? I have no idea.
Gullible.
I have no idea why.
Gullible.
That's what it was. But
I did appreciate you guys' reaction though, man. I remember watching it and just thinking, I love this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was cool because obviously I'm on the other side now because I usually react, obviously. So when people are reacting, and a lot of people have reacted to a lot of my songs, so it's like when I watch them, I'm always in awe. Like, dang, this is like so weird having people react to me now. Like, you know,
well,
it's that I'm not getting used to. Like, I'm not getting used to. You know, and like, I can't imagine if somebody starts saying some negative stuff. I'm like, oh, how can I'm gonna get in the comment section like, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, my door's open. Oh, I gotta lock my door before my. Oh, you did? Oh, never mind. Okay.
No, you're good. Yeah, no, it's an odd space to be in. You know, as you. Oh, I want to talk to you about this, and I know everybody wants to always hear from my mom, and that's why I walk away because you probably said some like weird things about me when I walked away.
I don't remember.
Nah, she didn't say nothing weird.
She goes, I don't remember.
But we were just teasing you. We were just making fun of you. That's all.
Oh, that's fine, man. I'm cool with that. I don't care.
What are you gonna ask?
So other than reaction videos to Ren and other rappers, because I jump on your podcast, your live podcasts. Have you ever ventured into anything other than music videos? Have you got into, so this is the way I looked at this whole podcast venture when we started. Well, not when we started, but as it developed was I want to see people that it not only inspire me, but people who are at the top of their game, who are just like the best at what they do. And whether that's music or sports or I don't know, juggling. I don't know.
Okay.
I just want to see people who are the best at what they do. And, we've done, before my mom got on the podcast, we did some videos on like Lionel Messi. I don't know if you know who he is or any reaction videos. He's fantastic. My mom hates him, which is hilarious. So like one of our biggest videos
I don't hate. I just don't like.
She doesn't hate. She just doesn't like. But
hate is a strong word, Dave. Come on.
Yeah, it's a strong word, but she doesn't like. But like one of our top 5 videos we've ever done all have about 80,000 views. And those are all on soccer, Lionel Messi or Ronaldo or people like that. So, I don't want to be pigeonholed into just, music.
Mm-hmm.
I want to kind of venture, we've always ventured out. There's we did some podcasts on what's the judge's name? She's a judge, and that's one of our other highest video views as well. But okay. I want to just see people who are just really good at what they do, and that's sort of and funny stuff. You gotta kind of.
Joey, so you asking me, do I do that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Not really. I kind of just only focus on music, if I'm being honest. I don't really do like watching like clips of stuff and stuff like that because it's not that I don't want to, but I'm so behind on my reaction list that it's I don't have time for it. If I'm being honest with you, I want to do more stuff. I have a second channel as well that I put out stuff on there as well, but it's not it's growing. It's like I think it has like 2,200 subscribers, but I don't put a lot of content on there because I don't have time to edit the videos. That's really the reason. So I'm just
that's
behind. Yeah, I'm just behind on time. But eventually, I kind of feel like we're gonna go full time soon. I don't know when. I'm just waiting for the right consistent flow of income from YouTube and Patreon and stuff like that. When it becomes more consistent and it's the right amount that can hold and because we were one income house, so my wife's a stay-at-home mom, so it's like I can't just be risking things. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that with taking care of my family and stuff. So I got to make sure things are consistent. So once it becomes a little more consistent, because it's kind of up and down right now, I think I'm gonna just go full time with it, and all that time that I could be when I'm working 70, 80 hours a week, I could be putting that time back into the YouTube, and I can probably double, triple what I'm doing now, and and I could put out a lot more content. I can start more other channels, like because I got ideas for other channels I want to start and stuff like that. So it's just the timing why I don't get into a lot of the other stuff.
Yeah. The company I was working for was over $1 billion company, and we sat down with the CEO without getting into too much detail, but our department sat down with the CEO of the company, and he was talking about how you should invest in yourselves, and we want people who not only invest in themselves but invest in the company, because if you invest in yourselves, you're investing in us, and all this bull crap. Mm-hmm. And I just thought, you're either these 3 VPs sitting next to you aren't telling you the truth, or you're not telling us the truth. And this guy built this company from the ground up in a record pace time. And I just sat there and I thought, am I going to, they paid me well, very well, but am I going to invest in me, or am I going to invest more time in you? Mm-hmm. And that's basically what he was saying. He invested in himself. And I thought, well, you know what? I'm already doing this podcast. Maybe I'll just do the same thing. And while he was slinging whatever he was slinging to everybody in our department, I was on my cell phone just typing my resignation.
So you walked away from that?
So yeah, I did. Walked away from a high paying job. Yeah, I did. Just either you're going to be a slave to corporations or colleges, universities, whoever's the hierarchy of whoever you're working for, or you're going to be the person who believes in your own dynasty. Yeah, and I thought, how much do I really believe in myself? Because this guy believed enough in himself to create a multi-billion-dollar company.
Right.
Where do I fall in there? Am I just going to be another lemming that helps him create more billions of dollars, or am I worth something as well? Right. And I wanted to find that out. And I may succeed, I may not. But
how's it been?
Yeah, at least I gave it a shot. I don't think I don't think a lot of people do that. I don't know, Mom. What do you think?
Yeah, no.
Like, I don't know. I don't care. Is a cat down the tree? No.
She's not interested.
Yeah, she's like, all right.
So I would say, since you've been listening to a lot of rap music, Miss Pat, so do you enjoy some of the rap, or is it all just
some very, very limited in enjoying rap, because a lot of the rap is it's not my kind of
not your
and yeah, and they don't how do you say it, or
they don't speak to you.
You can't understand. You can't understand the words.
Yeah.
They just rumble.
Dave showing you mumble rap.
Mumble rap? No, I have not. I'm not showing her mumble rap. But I'll tell you this.
I gotta blame Dave for that.
I'll tell you, I know. She would hate it so bad. So I'll tell you this. When I used to pick up my son back and forth, when he was in high school, him and I'll call him my other son, who lived with us, he played football. They both played football, but he was a really, really good football player. And one of them actually plays for the Saints. But but we would do this thing where when we would drive together, I would play a song from my generation. They play a song from their generation. So my song would be like, 2.5, 3 minutes long. And theirs would be like 15 minutes long. I'm like, guys, it's not fair. Don't make me listen to this mumble rap. What is this? Just go on for 15 minutes. And it would be a round robin of, all right, it's me, it's my son, it's my other son, my adopted son, and it would go around. But all theirs, and by the time we got home, I got like one song, and they got, like two songs between them because they were 30 minutes long. Mumble. Oh, it's like, oh my God, I gotta listen to this guy.
She shouldn't be listening to any mumble rap. She shouldn't be listening to any mumble rap. But
no.
I mean, rap music in general, if your ear isn't equipped to listening to rap music, period, it's gonna be hard to like catch on to because it's a lot of words.
Yeah, I like a lot of Ram, and I like your.
You like Ram? That's what I was asking.
Ram and your rap.
You like my rap? I'll take that any day.
Yeah, I do. I really, and I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it.
I believe you. But if you didn't mean it, I'd like you to say it anyways. I'd like you to say this to be nice. I heard you say Ren. And I was like, okay, it's coming.
Yeah.
Who else? Oh, there you go.
You're different. You guys are different, and
I appreciate
some
that.
of these other.
Well, I'm curious to how you're gonna like some of the new music I'm working on. I think you're gonna like this music a lot more. Yeah, it's a lot of it's a lot of focus on the journey. I would say that a lot of journey type music. None of that stuff that's out today. Like I don't, none of that. I don't curse in my music, first of all. So that was like one of the first. That's why I like NF so much. I don't know if you showed her NF yet. NF is like somebody I think no, you haven't showed her. Yeah. So NF would be somebody that I think you would like, Mrs. Pat, a lot. So he's not that he's my favorite artist, but he is the most relatable artist I've ever listened to in my entire life. Like he is.
So you said NF, like the letter N and the F.
Yeah, okay. Correct. You need to get into NF, and I would say, I don't know where you would start. Maybe the chat could help out. I don't know where to start with NF, but I've listened to so much NF because my live chat, when I go live, they always donate NF songs, and he's up there. He's up there as one of my favorites. He's probably like number 3. Yeah, I got like Eminem, Ren, and then I'd say NF as far as my favorites to listen to, especially to react to. I like him because he's Christian. I like him because when he raps, he doesn't curse, and I like him because the majority of his music always has a message, and it's always about Happy is one of my favorite. Yeah, Happy is a good one. Show her Happy. Write that one down. Show her Happy. That would be a great introduction for her because he sings on that one and he raps a little bit too. But it has a good message. And it's easier on the ears, especially for Mrs. Pat. So it won't be like too like mumble jumble, too many words. It's pretty like easy going. And it'll be a good introduction. It'll be a good introduction to what he does. But yeah, thank you for that one. Who told me that? Sick Boy Renegade, yeah. One of my moderators. Yeah, that was a good suggestion.
Manny, I got a question for you. So Ren is so diversified in his music portfolio. Between his rap and his singing voice. And I love his singing voice and his acoustical guitar. He's got a beautiful voice.
Same.
What do you like better between the two?
I like his rap better. I'm not gonna lie. It's just what I'm mostly a fan of. But I love his singing. Like what I always say about his singing is not so much his range or his talent of singing. It's not about that to me. To me, with Ren, it's more so why he's like head and shoulders above many is because of just the rawness. Sometimes he cracks, and I feel like he knows he's gonna crack. And what he does is he emphasizes on it, which all he does is add more character to his singing. It's more conviction behind his singing. It's the rawness, the roughness. Because nobody trusts, like, you have a perfect voice, but nobody really trusts his perfection. So there's not gonna be a lot of relatability. Well, when something's raw and edgy, it's real, and you feel more connected to it. You feel like, okay, yeah, this is where he's at right now. And a lot of times when he sings to me, I feel like he really takes himself mentally to wherever that hurt is or wherever that experience first started. And it comes out through his vocal presence. And I really enjoy that part of his singing when I hear like just the roughness of his singing, you know. That's my favorite. I don't know if you've done Fred mashup yet, but that's some of my favorite.
That's coming out Tuesday. So we actually filmed it, and I said, we just did Manny's podcast. I think it did really good on Goatworthy, but I think Fred Mashup is the next one that's going to drop on Tuesday.
Yeah, that was a good one. His singing on that is like an example of what I mean by what I love about the roughness so it's not like it's Ren the greatest singer, no, but he's a really good singer. Is he the greatest rapper? Like, and this is all my opinion. He's not the greatest rapper, but he's really great rapper. So it's like I call him the unicorn because he does so many things and he does them all at top tier levels. He's not okay at singing and really great at rapping. No, he's great across the board. So talent wise, to me, he's like the most talented artist ever. You know what I'm saying? Because of the combination of instruments he can play, the singing he does, his writing credibility, and his high level rapping. It's like it's so much packed in one. And then on top of that, he's a great performer. He's a dope performer. He performs well. And on top of that, he has a message that I love and I endorse. Like his message, it's just who he is as a human being. Everybody's on the path. Everybody has room for improvement. But for where he's at right now, I think he's in a good place and he's moving in the right direction. And that's another thing. So when you equate all these things, because for me is this: if I feel you have poor character, I don't care how talented you are, I'm not going to react to you because that's not the type of person I'm trying to publish or promote. That's not even the type of message I'm trying to promote. But Ren all around seems like a dope human being, you know what I'm saying? And he puts out dope music. So he has a lot. He's like the entire combination. Now, when it comes to specific things like rapping or singing, obviously there's better singers than Ren. And to me, there's very few better rappers, but there's a few better rappers. But that's it though. They don't do everything else that he does. You feel me? So like Eminem's my favorite. Eminem's my favorite rapper. He's my favorite artist of all time. But is he more talented than Ren? No, he can't play the instruments. He can't sing. He can't. He's not overall more talented. But just at rapping, he's a better rapper, I think. But but Ren is just a combination. He's a jack of many trades, and he's a master of all of them.
Oh look, shoot, Uncle Ray's in here.
Vibe reaction to Casa. What up, Vibe?
What's up, Ray?
What up, brother?
And you were going to have us on your podcast too, Ray.
Are you guys going over there?
Well, he's a busy man. So
yeah, now Ray understands the overdrive work life. Like, we had a conversation when I had him on my show. Well, actually, I think we had the conversation when I was on his show. But when I had him on my show, we spoke about burning out and stuff like that. And I burnt out. He told me I would too.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's the one thing we never wanted to do. So, we talked a little bit before we did the live podcast, and you said save this for the podcast. But the inception of the podcast was me and my ex-wife. And we get along really, really well. We co-parent together, and we're good friends. And we were on the phone one day, and she was just talking and just telling me everything. Hey, this is what's going on at school. This is what's this, and this. And I said, you would be really good on a podcast. And she said, why is that? I said, because you can't stop talking. And she's like, oh, okay. So what does that mean? I said, well, let me show you some podcasts. And we started the Dave Just Divorced podcast, and this is where the inception was. And because of the work she does, and I think this happens to a lot of podcasters that I've seen, is you got to be careful of what you say on podcasts because it can affect your job.
Yeah.
And in the line of work she does, it could really start affecting, her job.
Yeah.
So I had to pivot a little bit on that and just rebranded the podcast and, had some friends of mine on, of course, my mom, and everybody loves my mom because she's truthful. And Ray, thank you so much for being here on this. But that's sort of where the inception of this podcast went. So it went through different iterations until my mom was like, I like Dave's World. And so that's what we named it. And then she started coming on after I,
you snuck a video. You stole.
You got the exclusive. You got the exclusive. Yeah, I sneaked her on the podcast. So I'm a thief. Yeah, I steal flowers from graveyards and give them to girls.
We haven't seen her right hand. I think she's cuffed to the table. That's what I think. Oh, she's free. That was quick.
Oh my God. That's so fun. That's so fun.
I just get tired sometimes.
Yeah. We were just to refresh my mom's memory, and she remembers the videos that we did. And I said, here's Goatworthy's latest live, and we were watching it together just to sort of prep. I'm a prep guy. And she's like, I know who he is. And she's like, can I go make some tea? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Go make some tea. I'm like, whatever. I know.
I am not a prep guy. I don't prep for nothing.
You know? Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll take that back. So late. Yeah. No, let me rewind that. So I'm a prep guy when it comes to if we're going to go live, let's make sure, this is the first time we've been live, but, I just want to make sure that, we're here for you. We're entertaining. People enjoy what we're talking about. But as far as the podcast goes, that's all just whatever happens on our podcast. That's what happens. Mm-hmm. So my mom doesn't know. I'll pick a video I've never seen or something that I may have seen a little bit of and say, all right, we're going to do this. And that's whatever you see on that podcast. That is our live natural reactions. We don't ever do anything pre-recorded, anything. It's what you see is what you get. Mm-hmm. And the best thing about my mom is with what you see is what you get is what you see is what you get. And I always have a little intro that I can do because I know she's going to say something wild. She's going to say something funny. And I always have an intro with her.
The beginning of the video.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you got a lot of people coming in here.
Yeah, they showing love. They're showing love.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
What's Tracy, up, everybody? What's up, Debbie?
Big boy.
Grandma, that stuff's not pleasant to be on. So we got some shout-outs. We got shout-outs to Mrs. Pat. So Mrs. Pat, is there anything you can tell us as far as like what I'll get into personal, I guess, with as far as like health conditions and whatever the case may be? I know because I was getting notifications that you got off the podcast for a while and you was dealing with your own personal health issues. Is there anything of that you can bring light to? I'm not aware of it. I was just told through the chat one day, and I mean we sent some prayers out to you. We hope they reached you through a
I was just having a hard time with my my breathing, and
we can hear her fine. Don't worry, Dave.
Okay,
she's loud.
I'm taking one steroid a day, which makes me hungry all the time, and it's helping me out.
Okay.
And I have my real good days, and then I have my not too good days. Mm-hmm. I have my days where I tell myself off for smoking and pray.
I would just blame Dave. He's probably made you smoke. It's his fault.
No.
Yeah.
No, I
Hey,
have a
babe,
scar.
tell him off.
I have a scar on my hand from when your cigarette touched my hand. I still have a scar from that. No.
He was a good kid. He didn't
Oh, that's nice.
so he says. He's got a lot of secrets that he hasn't told me. But I thought he was a good kid. And then my other son was the one that gave me a lot of trouble.
Yeah, my brother was a wild man. Just think of Jim Morrison, if you know a little bit about his history, and that's probably closest to what my brother was. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, my brother was a very, very wild person.
He was a good person.
Yeah, he was, but he wanted to experience everything life had to offer. So there was no fear in him. And that, I think, is what cut his life short.
Mm-hmm.
Not to get, on a downer or anything, but yeah. He even looks like Jim Morrison. So if you look up Jim Morrison, you got a carbon copy of what my brother looked like. So
I know what he looks like. I don't know much about him. But
you know what? You should do some Jim Morrison songs. I think that a lot of people would love to hear you do, because I know you did Leonard Skinner. You did you do people outside of.
Mama told me.
Yeah. You know how many times.
My only son.
Yeah. You know how many times.
And if you do this,
baby, if you try. I've sent that to my
son. Is to be satisfied.
Yeah,
anyway, I'm telling you. Shout out to y'all put me on.
I send that to my son. I send that to my other adopted son.
Respectfully, I love the Shine Down cover. Have you heard that yet?
No. What's that?
Shine Down cover. The Shine Down is a band. They did the cover to that, and it is amazing. Dare I say, it may be better than the original. I'm sorry, I gotta put that out. Yeah, it's that good. It's that, and that never happens. The original is always better. But to be fair, I haven't heard Leonard Skinner do it live. Sometimes lives are a lot more emotional, a lot more.
Okay, so I've seen Leonard Skinner at Bonnaroo, and the story behind Leonard Skinner, the plane crash, and Ronnie Van Zant, the lead singer.
No, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about that.
Okay, so Leonard Skinner, the original band, and I don't know if you know this, they named their band after their high school PE coach. His name was Leonard Skinner, and they kept telling them to cut their hair, you hippies, and all this stuff. So they just changed the spelling of the name, and they named their band Leonard Skinner after their high school PE coach.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And they traveled all around the world. They opened for the Rolling Stones. They did all these things, but the major players of the band died, and Ronnie Van Zant, the lead singer, Simple Man, and many others, he died in the plane crash. But his brother took over the remainder of what was left of the people who survived. I think it was like the bassist and maybe the drummer. You'll have to look that up. But they were at Bonnaroo, and his brother could care less that they were at Bonnaroo. It's just, even, I know you love Eminem, and I do too, but I seen him live at Bonnaroo, and he could care less. And I crapped on him and everybody else I saw at Bonnaroo who didn't put forth the effort. So last year was Post Malone. He was fantastic. And the Red Hot Chili Peppers, they followed Post Malone. They couldn't even follow Post Malone. Everybody just walked away and went to see Melanie Martinez. I didn't know who she was. My daughter did. And we go every year. And I thought, wow, this is amazing spectacle of, it's like a Vegas show, or I don't know. Melanie, I didn't know who she was, but she was fantastic. Kings of Leon. Yeah, I mean, just pretty much any band you can name. Anything I've seen. And the funny thing, Manny, is I'm not that much into music as I am into songs or things that speak to me. And I think I see that in you is that you look for things that speak to you, and when they speak to you, you get these creative juices flowing, and you're able to,
whatever comes to heart, whatever comes to mind.
It's just,
I'm always looking to relate. I'm always looking for the message, for sure. If the message is there and I can relate to it, then I'm going to speak on it. If it brings up any, like, reoccurring themes that might have happened in my life throughout my journey, it's something that I'm going to connect. Definitely going to connect to. If I can't connect to it, that's going to be like one of the things that, I got, like, it's going to be one of the things that, like, it's like a chink on the song. Like, it's going to be one of those things where I may not love the song, because if it's not relatable at all, it's going to be hard for me to just nod my head. Like, it's going to be hard, you know what I'm saying? Because and when I can't relate to it, I might just be blown away by the talent. So a lot of the singing songs or a lot of the singing performances, I don't need to relate to it. Just if it's an amazing voice, then that might blow me away, But for rap, I have to somewhat relate to it, or feel like some type of, I don't know, like that person has to rap and they have to make me believe what they're saying is true, even if it's not true. But you need to rap with some conviction for me to like.
So what do you think about 80s rap? Like, so I'm a huge NWA fan. I'm sorry,
okay.
I do. I let my daughter listen to NWA a little bit. They came from such hardship, and were able to, get out of that and expand their world
through speech.
Beyond what anybody ever thought they would do. Nobody thought they'd do anything.
Right.
So what do you think about, that kind of rap, like NWA, or, the early 80s, 90s rap, versus what we have now, as far as what you talk about, what rap speaks to you, and you look at Eminem or Jay-Z, or, well, I think he was part of NWA, but I mean, how do you compare and contrast?
It's a big difference. I mean, every era was much different. The 80s catalog, so there's a lot of NWA or Ice Cube when he branched off and went solo. There's a lot of EPMD, or the 80s were packed with like Run DMC and Beastie Boys. There was a lot going on in the 80s. Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One. So those are like the big names that were doing their thing in the 80s. Leading into the 90s, NWA was like the only rappers doing gangster rap back in the day. It's like NWA and Ice-T. Those are like the big guys doing gangster rap. So that wasn't really what rap was. Rap was still what Run DMC was doing with with these guys. That was still rap. Chuck D was turning everything into more of a political statement for the better. It was just like, standing for the people, man of the people. So he started that with Public Enemy, and then more other rappers started following that. And then the 90s got really into gangster rap and just street rap, drugs, stuff like that. So then you had the Tupacs, the Nas, the Biggies, those are all in the 90s, and Jay-Z as well, and DMX and stuff like that, Wu-Tang, and the list goes on. My favorite era is the late 90s leading into the early 2000s. That's like my favorite era. I feel like because every decade rappers were getting more creatively talented. You know what I'm saying? The message was getting worse, though. That's for sure. So the message was getting worse, but the talent was growing exponentially. Like it was really growing. It was like they were getting way more wittier with their words. They were rapping at different paces and different flows, but the message was getting diluted. It became less about the community and the people and culture and fun and positivity to like more about, women, drugs, party, alcohol, all that stuff, the streets, gangs. It started to take over. So today's rap, if you ask me, today's rap sucks, but there's good rappers out there. You just got to find them. But for the most part, it sucks. I would say 80% of it sucks.
Yeah, I agree with you. I completely agree with you. And one of the major pinpoints that I have with some of the rap today, well, not just rap, just music in general. If you look at the 60s where CCR, they sang songs against Vietnam War. There's a lot of people who sang songs against the Vietnam War. You don't see rappers or singers, songwriters, any of these people taking those kind of risks nowadays with their music, where they will speak against or sing against something like Vietnam or whatever's going on in the world. I don't know if that's their place now or not, but it's just.
Well, let me cut in real quick for what you just said, right?
Sure.
So that you don't get a misconception of what's happening today. So it actually is happening. Those rappers are definitely talking about that kind of stuff, standing against the system, fighting against the machine, standing against the media ultramind takeover, them just trying to feed us BS. If you watch the news, you're misinformed. If you don't watch the news, you're uninformed. Like, they're still playing mind games with us. They're still doing it. And artists are speaking towards that. It's just those are not the artists on the biggest platforms doing that. You know what I'm saying? They're on, they're at a lower platform, or they're like huge on YouTube. You got people like Tom McDonald who speak against all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You have people like Ren who speak against that stuff. You have people like NF who speak about it, not towards it so much, but speak about it. And there's a lot of rappers like that do that, but yeah, they're not the biggest ones as far as like mainstream appeal, right? Because the mainstream appeal is controlled by the mainstream head monster, so they're not going to put that out, because that's not what they're about. They're about brainwashing, they're about BS. So,
do you think it's a social responsibility for musicians, rappers, whoever, to do you think they have a social responsibility?
Yeah, they do. I think they do. I think they do, and they absolutely should be held accountable. I think they do. If you put yourself out on a public platform, and you speak publicly, and you expect to receive coin for it, then at least conduct yourself in a certain. That's
a really good point. That's a really good point.
We got a message from Tracy Dickerson, says, "Mom, are you okay? He talks a lot."
You know what?
No, I'm gonna leave you.
No. I was gonna go
no.
fix me something to eat.
You're not. You're gonna talk to.
He does.
You're gonna talk to Manny. I want to see what you're gonna say off air.
I'm not. Get your butt back over here.
You better listen to your mom.
There he is. I'm about to.
We're about to have nobody at this table in a second. She's about to get up and go pick something to eat.
I think I'm gonna have another bowl of cabbage soup.
What you about to have? Some more soup?
Yeah, it's more soup, but I want something with substance.
Yeah, you gotta have some crackers.
I'm a bread person.
You're a bread. All right, so cut a piece of bread. You ain't got to eat too much bread, but you can eat a piece of bread.
Yeah, it's a lot of carbs.
Nah, just one piece ain't too much carbs in one piece.
Yeah, you don't know how I eat bread.
Oh, you won't stop.
I don't stop. I toast it and I butter it and I avocado it and
avocado it. So you don't just eat toast. You eat toast and everything you can put on it.
Everything I put on it. I'm thinking
that sounds like my wife's toast.
I'm thinking of boiling me a couple of eggs.
Put that on the toast as well.
Put that on the toast and soup.
That sounds really
and
good
cheese.
though. Oh, that sounds really good.
Slices of cheese.
Keep going.
See, that's the problem with the steroids. All I do is think food.
That's all you think about, huh?
That's all I think.
So that's a side effect right there. Makes you hungry.
Yeah, and it's I've got to stop.
Do you have to stop, or do you have to contain yourself? Maybe you just need to eat smaller portions.
I do. I eat smaller portions, as I eat 10 times a day, smaller portions. It's not like smaller portions. I should eat maybe 3 or 4 small portions a day. No, I'll eat all the way up to 11 o'clock at night. I'll get up.
Go to bed. At
Well,
11
I am
o'clock.
in bed. I am in bed. I
You're
get up.
eating in bed.
I get out of bed and I told him, I says, don't buy me any more Fritos. 'Cause I was eating Fritos like crazy at night.
He was buying you Fritos. Shame on him for buying you Fritos. We got words for Dave. We're gonna take care of him.
So yeah, I told him don't buy me no more free. He's trying to be nice and all, and
He still has that ankle bracelet on you.
the
Ankle monitor.
Yeah, he's monitoring me right now. He's probably has cameras spotted on me and everything. I don't trust him.
Hey,
That crap
according
he
to these
does.
behaviors, I wouldn't trust him either.
Get your butt over here. I'm gonna go fix me something to eat. I'm gonna fix me some tea.
You just
Maybe-
got
maybe-
Well, we got a few more minutes. I got another interview after you guys with Uncle Beto. He's in the chat right now, I think. I don't know if he's still in the chat. He was in the chat a moment ago. Shout out to Uncle Beto.
I love you
Probably
guys.
bored him.
Love you as well. Well, don't go anywhere just yet.
Why?
We gotta do proper goodbyes.
Proper goodbyes. God
Yeah.
bless you. Jesus is Lord.
That's right. Talk about it. Take him to church. What else you got for us?
Who's he talking to?
He's talking to you.
What is it?
He said Jesus is Lord. I like that.
I'm looking at the stove. I'm looking. I made some cabbage soup, and I think I'm gonna have a bowl, but it's not still.
Hey, Mama Pat, I ain't gonna deprive you. You go get that canned soup, and listen. When you go toast that bread, make sure you whip the butter on it. Make sure you get them eggs, all of that on this. Pour a little olive oil on top too, just to make it a little wet, little greasy. You know what I'm saying? And,
There she goes.
And don't forget when you boil them eggs, just a little bit of pepper, Don't eat it all plain like that. You know what I'm saying? Put a little salt, a little bit of salt.
No, I don't eat it plain. I use Mr. Dash, or all that dash.
Let me get you some adobo. Un poco de adobo. I'm gonna hook you up.
Oh my God. She's just like, man. She's just like, all right, man.
All right, now it's time to eat.
She's
all
like,
right. Well, you have a good one. It was a pleasure meeting you.
It was a pleasure meeting you too.
Pleasure
Thank you
meeting
so
you.
much for inviting us on the podcast. Ashley, thank you for
You're
moderating.
You're fun to talk to.
Thank you. I know you're trying to get to that canned soup. I know.
Yeah.
No, I made it. It's not can. I made it.
Oh, okay. You probably move better if you uncuff your ankle from the table.
Yeah, I know it. I gotta talk with him about that. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, that's so funny. You guys make me laugh so hard I'm getting cramps. Manny, thank you guys. Hey, thank you so much. You didn't have to invite us on the podcast. And we really, really do.
Well, actually, I
appreciate
did. It was on my heart to do so.
Oh, thank you. We really do appreciate that. Let's see. Bye, Mom. Love you, Dave. Love you all. She cooks on her own. Okay. Yeah.
Let Mama eat. She gets hungry.
I know you got another. I know you got another a guest coming on. And
yeah, Uncle Beto.
Who do you have coming on?
Uncle Beto. He's
okay.
He's like where you guys are at too. He's like at the 6,000-7,000.
6,000-7,000. Yeah. Hey man, it's so good that you, Uncle Ray, a bunch of other podcasters kind of take us and help promote, because I think at the end of the day, no matter what happens, we all help each other, and I think that's what should happen. Just.
We're all in one community at the end of the day. We're all in one community.
Yeah, absolutely.
The YouTube community is one community. And
absolutely.
at the end of the day, you can't just build this mansion and live amongst little tents and little trailers around you. You got to build the whole entire community. Everybody's got to be doing good so that everybody's on a playing field of respect and nobody's hungry. Like grandma's hungry right now. So we got to do better because she can't be acting like that. She can't just be, she was about to bite the bottom leg table so she can be freed because we know you got her handcuffed and stuff. So I figured, hey, bite your own foot off if you got to. You'll be halfway through your meal by the time you get to your canned soup. So I respect it.
Oh God, man. Oh, I was so glad we got to talk to you. Oh man, it's been fun. Blessing.
Also, catch me on the lives too. I know you always join the live.
I'll be there. I'm gonna help my mom with her
suggestions.
I'll catch you on your next live after this, and we just can't thank you enough, man. I love what you do, and when I can jump on, I always jump on to support you. So we love you.
And I just want to say, appreciate you guys, reacting to the music and stuff like that. That was a big thing for me. When you guys
it's fantastic, man. You got to keep doing this. You got to keep doing it.
I'm working on the whole project, so I'm at a point where I'm definitely still working on stuff. She's on her way back or what?
No, she said, "Yeah, you got to keep doing it."
Oh, well, thank you, Mama Pat. Yeah, I will. And honestly, I feel like, we got a new sub. Uncle Beto just subbed to your channel. Shout out, Uncle Beto.
Yeah, don't deny your talents, Manny, because you've got, not only do you have the talent to speak to people, which is the number one fear of everybody in the world is public speaking, but you have creative writing skills. You have rapping skills, you have singing skills, you have podcasting skills, you have the technology skills. You have so much to offer people, and I love your podcast, man. I really do.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate everybody who's joined in and watched our. I mean, I'm an idiot. My mom's funny, but you guys.
It ain't about being smart or talented. It's about being real and relatable. That's all. That's all this game is about. That's what this game is about. Because nobody's special, which means if you start a channel, there's a bunch of people out there like you who are going to watch because if they can relate to you, they're going to watch. It ain't about being the coolest and they're going to watch you. It's about being the most relatable and they're going to stick with you for days to come. Things that are cool, we watch and we keep it moving. Things that are relatable, we watch, we sub, we support, and we continue to watch. And that's how you create loyal people, in your community. So, hey, listen, you guys keep doing what you're doing. Stay real,
Always.
Obviously, that's gonna be easy for you guys. It's gonna be easy for her. We know that already. Stay free. We're praying for her. We don't know if she's held captive or not, but we're gonna pray for her. Make sure she's okay.
Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot. Yeah, it's been a rocky road, but we appreciate you, dude. You made me laugh so hard through this entire this entire life. Between you and my mom, I'm probably going to have a heart attack from just laughing. So
she's great. When you can watch this back and you'll see the stuff she was saying about you.
I will. Hey, Manny, we love you. Just take care, and we're going to continue to support and watch you. And I hope you just blow up and become one of the biggest reaction podcasters there are. And we'll just follow your coattails.
Likewise, brother. Appreciate you, man. You guys have a good one. Have a good day. Stay blessed. God bless you both. God bless you. Prayers to protect you with the armor of God for the both of you. And stay blessed, stay righteous, stay real, and put your best foot forward and be kind to everybody. So when you step out, that cat, you know what I'm saying? Be kind to those firemen. You know what I'm saying? I pray for the cat. I hope the cat comes down eventually.
I'll post another short tomorrow.
I'm praying for the cat. I'm praying for the cat and Mama Pat. I'm praying for the cat and Mama Pat.
We'll catch you on another stream, I hope, soon.
Yes, sir.
All right.
We'll do it.
Take care. All right. Bye-bye.